here we have Matu's DocuSign account where he's going to go into his onboarding setup interactively. So this is his email, welcome email. He's going to, by himself, not with onboarding yet, he's going to pick his logo. He's going to add his colleagues. So let's add Nico. He's going to be admin. And we also need to add some more people. So let's pull them in from Gmail contacts. We'll add Olivia, Rachel, invite them. And then, if you have like 200 people or something, you can do a bulk CSV upload. Okay, once people are added, you'll review your contract entitlements. So like what you actually purchased for DocuSign. In this case, we have this, we've got this value, these seats, you'll see your CSM. And then if there's something that looks off, you can click this button here to contact your account executive and just let them know, there's like incorrect seat. We purchased 200, not 100 seats. Submit that flag to the AE. And then if, everything did look good, then you could generate the plan, the onboarding plan for that specific tier. Every plan is different for every tier, and the whole point is to personalize it. So here, you, Matu, as Mateus Santos Athletics Inc., this is what you'd see. We have 7 modules to do. It's going to take approximately 2 hours total, and you'll get 3,200 points that you can redeem for additional feature upgrades. So here we'll click Start. These ones we already did in the very beginning by adding our brand. We also added some more invitations to users. So those are checked off. And then here we have guided tasks under module 1, core platform fundamentals. And these are all made up. I don't really have specific DocuSign material for here, but just imagine that it was like, setting up users, SSO, branding, sending your first envelope, things like that. So just imagine all of these are organized in that way. And I took this idea from that concierge page, the raise your hand. I really like this because as you, Matu, are in the platform, onboarding yourself on this self-serve motion, you can click raise your hand. You can, say, I can't figure out how to send my envelope to multiple people. Something like that. Let's say you just get stuck on that, which is common. And sometimes people don't want to type, so there's also a voice input, and then they can record what they're saying right here, and it'll type it out. And I put 2 options for them. One is to launch directly into a session. This one's not as, this one's less scalable because you have to have somebody online for whenever somebody clicks that. But I still added it just to test it out to see how it was. What it would look like is more like reserving a time slot, and then this is connected to Calendly. So for example, the next available time to speak to somebody about SSO is today at 4. So I'll confirm my booking. And I'll be speaking with David Miller, and here's that question that we wrote. So then David Miller would get that in their inbox, and then they'll be connecting about that. But let me just take you back here. I like the idea of putting Zoom directly in the platform. I think that takes some of the time that, downloading Zoom, going into Zoom, sometimes that can happen, especially with older clients. So I just wanted to test out how having like a live video connection would look like within the app. All right, and then once you actually finish everything, You see your XP. You have a personal note from the executive leadership team, in this case, the CEO and the CCO. But just imagine that's like Lindsay, uh, Derek, just sending like a personal note of gratitude. I think it's always nice to see that. Um, this just rewards the customer entirely by giving them points, making them feel good that they got through everything. And then we offer them a complimentary strategy call. So letting them have, and not specifically right away. Actually, like I put 35 days out. This could be shorter. It could be like 2 weeks, 1 week. Um, but this is a call that's meant to deep dive and gives them time to really use the platform first. So you would be using DocuSign for like 10 days or something, and then you would confirm, okay, I want to have that call. Because sometimes a lot of the questions come up after onboarding. That happened a lot with me, at least. Um, you'd have a session, and maybe like a few weeks or a month later, they'd come back to ask something relatable to what you onboarded, but you can tell they're really thinking about, um, the product. So, anyways, that's my little summary here. Let me know what you think. I've been working on building a lot of these little solutions, and I want to see if I can actually put this into practice. But I just want to get your feedback here for how this looks. Have a good day, man.